It's time for Cox and Crendor.
Crendor In The Morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's the Crendor In The Morning. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Cox and Crendor In The Morning.
Welcome back from outer space. Do. Something.
Yeah, you had it. You had it, buddy.
That's all I know.
I knew it. I could feel it the moment you started singing that song. It was going to end with you not knowing the lyrics.
That's the way I do. That's the way
it is true.
I do.
So, what is going on, mi amigo?
Well, let's see. I played Dragon Age.
Uh-huh.
And I never played a Dragon Age game before, like ever.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I'll play the new one. And I played the new one for a while, and I was like, eh. And then I got to the hinterland town, and I was like, eh. And then everyone's like, try out the Origins. And so I played Dragon Age Origins, and like after playing that game for 20 minutes, I was like, I really like this game.
It's a fun game. It looks old, though. Dragon Age Origins is real dated. Like, real dated.
Yeah. But it was
whatever,
still
it's
just
fun.
like super fun. I was like, I played the tutorial, and I'm already like, this is crazy.
It is crazy. It definitely doesn't make any sense right away. You're like, I don't know what even's
That's
happening
why
right
I loved
now.
it. It's just like, welcome to the demon. Here's a mouse, and here's a sleeping sloth demon. And I'm just like, what the shit?
Yep, that sounds about right.
But then in the new one, it's kind of the typical, like, you are a person. Here's your abilities. Kill these, like, ghosts.
Yeah,
like,
but
But
I'm on a treasure hunt right now in Inquisition, finding a treasure that I found a map that's like, go to this location and find this treasure on the 3 waterfalls. And I'm like, I will find you, treasure. And so I'm just wandering around looking for treasure that may not exist.
It's just some map made up by some guy to trick people like you.
But I'm going to get that treasure. I'm going to find it. I swear to God.
It's like that guy we talked about that one time that made a treasure map for people. Remember that guy?
Yes.
I wonder
Can we pull that off? Do you think we could make a treasure map?
Probably.
And have people, because I know that was like a real treasure of like doubloons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what if we make a treasure? Oh, we should go to a convention and hand out treasure maps and have people hunt for treasure.
Oh, man.
And then when they find the treasure, it's just us. The map leads to my hotel room.
Like, the treasure was us all along.
The treasure was me, man.
Now you have the option to buy our merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's not where I was going with it. But yeah, that's definitely an option.
It's like how you get off the ride at Disneyland. It leads you right to the store. Just like buy our stuff.
That's how we should do it. We should make Cox and Crendor Land.
Yeah.
All of our rides and all of our characters. What?
We could have the Guy Hero Adventure. We could have Crendor's wildly unenthusiastic ride.
It's a really horrifying ride, but it's just like, welcome to the ride.
Here's a thing coming up here. I forgot what it. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
That got you. That definitely scared you. Boy.
Too spooky for me.
Whew, that was definitely a thing. Yeah, and then I get the tunnel of Jesse Cox love.
How's that work?
It's just a tunnel, but I'm in the tunnel, and I ride on it with you.
I like to think it's like the like animatronic version of you.
Nope, it's just me. It's just real life me.
It's like
and
eating lunch.
I jump into the little boat with you. That's how that works.
It's like
hello.
It's around like lunchtime. You just jump in with a sandwich. Like just don't mind me. I'm gonna eat my sandwich here.
Just imagine I'm like trying to kiss you or something, but instead of eating a meatball sub.
Come on, meatball sub here. The pigeon always flies in.
I don't know what the problem is.
The pigeon
You wanna
always
bite?
flies in that we have on state, like in the back, and he's always just like trying to steal your sub. Oh,
I
man.
got a meatball sub. You got a problem with that?
We have an exhibit for the 12th the 12 dwarf guys from Sweden.
Oh,
the
no, they're like
Christmas
our Hall
dwarfs.
of Presidents.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's the 12 Christmas dwarves.
Like spoon licker will have like real spoons you can lick to be
Yes,
like
they
him.
and then when you go to the gift shop, you get spoon liquor spoons.
Yeah.
And they're all flavored spoons.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Now we just need
they're
funding.
like those coffee ones. Yeah, now we just need $1 million trillion to make this happen.
I mean, we kind of work for Disney. They'd probably like the idea.
I imagine they wouldn't at all. I imagine the whole premise offends them
They probably
completely.
would. We want to make a really shitty version of Disneyland. But for us,
We are willing to put it on top of old nuclear waste disposal locations.
we need
We don't care.
We need a couple $1 million. But here's the thing.
People who will go there, you want them to be radioactive so they don't have kids, okay?
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
We're helping the problem.
We're helping. It's all we're doing.
And like, what else did I do? Oh, I saw the
What?
Hunger Games.
So did I. I saw the Hunger Games too. Still haven't seen Interstellar. I need to get on it.
It's
Look, I haven't seen it yet, but I saw the Hunger Games. That's the thing.
I like the Hunger Games.
Here's the
What do you
thing.
think?
It felt like a TV show.
Eh,
Like it felt
Like
like
how?
a TV show episode. Like it was. It's the same problem I had with the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and all those movies that's like Part 1, because it would be like if they divided Return of the Jedi into two parts. And Part 1 would literally be like, we're at Jabba's palace and a bunch of stuff's happening at Jabba's palace, and then oh no, Luke is here, and then this whole thing happens and we got to save Han, right?
Yeah.
But that's the entire movie. And then they don't even get to Endor and the Death Star fight until the second movie. And if you look at it that way, that'd be a shitty movie.
that's
Every time I watch Empire Strikes Back, I fast forward through that part. Who gives a shit about Jabba? Not me.
So what you're saying is they should have just made this last part just a whole
One
thing.
movie?
Yeah.
Exactly, because that's insane. But they're
Well,
like,
that's what I thought it was
we gotta
gonna
milk
be.
this franchise.
That's what they're doing. But it's like, that's what I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, it's a trilogy. And I'm like, oh, it's this. But
It's an unnecessary thing. It's like
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I remember listening to a bunch of podcasts talk about the Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2 of the Twilight saga. And
Yeah.
apparently Breaking Dawn Part 1, literally nothing happens. It's just 2 hours of
Setup.
nothing. And I felt like this was that. It was 2 hours of setup. And I was like, man, that next movie's going to be fantastic. It felt like the second to last episode of a season of a TV show.
Yeah.
Like you've experienced the whole thing and you know it's going to be good and you can't wait for the finale. It's going to be amazing. But everything that happened was like, all right, cool. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens next time.
Yeah.
And you wish it was coming out next week so you get your resolution.
I know.
Instead you have to wait a year. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I could be dead by then.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could
come
go
on.
read the book, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I don't want to read.
Yeah, I don't want to read it. That's stupid. I've already seen 2.5 movies worth.
Yeah. If I
What's
didn't
the
see any
point?
movies, maybe then I'd read it. But I mean, I'm already watching movies.
I've already watched it. Here's the thing we need to talk about, though. This is very important.
Very important.
Did you see the trailer for Divergent 2?
No.
What? Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Before the movie started, myself and our friends that you know were all sitting there, and a lot of them listened to the podcast. So when this trailer came on, everyone freaked out and looked at me and was like, oh my God. Apparently, despite our best intentions, they're making a trilogy out of that movie franchise. All the characters are back. And the trailer appears to be in the, by the way, if you haven't listened to our podcast about the movie Divergent, you should go. You should just
Yeah,
go.
you should go do it.
1, go watch it. 2, go listen to the podcast, and you'll be like, this is the truest thing that there ever was.
Divergent 2.
So, Divergent, I think it's called like Insurgents. Look, I don't remember what it's called. It doesn't
Insurgents
matter.
official teaser trailer.
It is bonkers. So the trailer is whatever the girl's name is, who I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Her mom and her are like in the dream world, and they're in a house, and she's trying to save her mom as the world's exploding around them, and like things are crumbling, and she's like a freaking ninja now, and she's flying around, and it's I don't know if I heard
the
correctly,
hell?
but I think I heard a line that was like, "I'm a virgin" or something. Like I don't know if I heard it right. But
I'm
feel
watching
like
it right now.
All right. You listen to it. You tell me if you hear that line.
The house is exploding. Shit's flying away. She's jumping off another building into a burning building that she jumped off of.
Yes.
She got her mom, They didn't say anything.
Really?
Or wait, that might have just been the like there's a teaser trailer. That wasn't the official one, I think.
No, maybe. Look, all I know is I could have swore I heard her say, I am a virgin.
Are you sure she didn't say I'm insurgent or I'm divergent? Because it sounds like she'd be more likely to say one of those
possible.
things.
It's possible. But I was like, did she just say she was a virgin? Because I'm pretty sure she banged that guy in the first movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But
Which
then
I'm excited to see what happens. There's no way I'm going to read these books, but I'm excited to see if they bring back Draw Me Like Your French Girls lady.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if
Tattoo
they bring back.
lady?
Yeah, like Mean Kid who was with them. Oh, there's so much. And then they're outside the walls, right? So that's got to be a thing.
Oh yeah, they go. Oh man. Oh,
I can't express to you how excited I am that they're making a sequel to an awful movie. Like rarely is this a thing that occurs.
That's because
this is
the
big
books
news.
are
This
so
is big
popular.
news. I don't know why.
I don't either. Well, maybe from a lot of people said the books are better. I mean, obviously, but
Well, obviously, but yeah, no.
like they
this
said
is,
the what do you call it? The like dog whole scene with like her being like, "Oh, I saved the dog" and all that. That apparently was like a lot more in depth in the books. Like it wasn't just one little thing.
It's too late. The movie was made. You can't be like, read the book. It's too late. The movie
late.
exists. We watched it. We're not reading the books. We're only enjoying the movies. And they are just plain bad, and we will appreciate them for as bad as they are.
That's all I want from this movie now.
That's all I want.
I don't even want it to be good. I just want it to be bad.
If I leave this movie with even more questions than after the first movie, I will be satisfied.
Oh, by the way, I figured out what it is about Interstellar that I don't like.
Which is what?
And it's Christopher Nolan's character development.
What?
Okay, so
what?
All the characters.
You can't talk about it until I see it, though.
Okay, well I have to give you this warning sign, and I have to.
Okay, all right.
All the characters, I don't remember any of their names or anything. I remember like 3 of them, and one's the robot because he's awesome.
I didn't know there was a robot.
There's a robot. His name's Tars, and he's very cool. But like, and whenever I talk to people, like I've talked to like a few people who've seen it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I really like Anne Hathaway's character. I really like Michael Caine's character." And I'm like, "Do you remember their actual character names?" And they're like, "No." Like, it's just there's something about his characters that are just so.
Well, maybe it's not about the characters, man. Maybe it's about the experience.
Well, it is somewhat about the experience.
See,
but then there's like
I haven't even seen it yet, and I just blew your mind.
There's also some things that blow your mind.
It's not about
like,
the characters,
what?
man. Maybe you're supposed to be the main character. Whoa. I just blew your mind. I haven't even seen it yet, and I just sold this movie.
I think
you're the main character, Crendor. That's why you don't know any characters, because the character's you, and they're just your guides, your mental guides through the world of Interstellar, which is transworldian.
Whoa.
Yup.
Whoa.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just triple sold that movie. You're welcome.
Did. You need to see this movie because I want to talk about it.
I need to see it because I'm talking gibberish right now. I'm just making shit up.
You are. But it
sounds like I'm right.
Yeah. You are right. You need to see this movie. Just because
all right.
I feel like you're gonna see it and you're gonna feel the same way where you're like, it was pretty good, but just there's things.
Well, when I do see it, you'll be the first to know.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Good.
I'm glad.
Excellent. All right. I think it's time to go to Chopper Copter 7 in the Sky with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Whoa, here we are today in the Chopper Copter. Traffic's going pretty good. Oh, we had a breakup there. I was flying over Mount Everest. It's very pretty this time of year, but it appears that Amanda Johnson has just climbed to the top of Mount Everest. So congratulations, Amanda Johnson. You win a free trip to Cox and Crendor World whenever it opens. Don't take my word on that because we have to talk to our lawyers first. Back to you.
I'm amused that you somehow managed to get a helicopter up to the top of Mount Everest.
This isn't no ordinary helicopter. This is a chopper copter.
It's true. It is true. It's the chapter copter.
Yeah.
Chapter 7, 1 through 6 did not make it to the top of that mountain. But
Luckily.
7, it happened. We did it.
Luckily, we had test experiment people in those, and they
Those
signed
were other
waivers.
Crendors. Those were the other Crendors.
Yeah, those were the clones.
All right. What is going on in the weather?
In the weather today, can we go to Mount Everest? Mount Everest.
Go on.
It says nothing. Where's Mount Everest at?
There is no Mount Everest?
Everest.
Yeah, where is Mount Everest at, Crendor?
Is it like somewhere in Asia?
Where do you think it's at?
I don't know, somewhere in Asia.
Uh-huh.
They got a lot of
Where
mountains
do you
there.
think it is? Where do you think it is?
I don't know, Everest? I mean,
It's near Everest. That's maybe true. Sure. Where do you think Everest is?
I don't know. I would have told you by now.
You even had time to Google it.
Oh, it's in Nepal.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't even
And
know.
there is no Everest. There's no place called Everest, Nepal.
Oh man, is Nepal like below Russia?
Where do you think Nepal is?
It looks like it's below Russia. Like a little bit south of Russia.
Okay, so what is the weather in... Pick a city in Nepal. What's the weather?
Okay, let's head to Nepal then. Hold the phone. Mount Everest is also known as Nepal as Sagaramatha and in Tibet as Chomolungma. All right.
Those the guys who wrote Tub Thumper?
I don't know.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
All right, let's head to Nepal. Jawatenga.
Yep. Okay, what's the weather like in Jawatenga?
Jawatenga, it's 86 degrees and hazy
Woo!
right now. We got thunderstorms.
Nepal?
Yep, in Nepal. We got thunderstorms coming in as well. It's going to be 88, 89, 87, 89, 89, 88, 85, all with thunderstorms. In fact, it's thunderstorms every single day.
Wow, that is... So it's rainy but hot.
Yep, rainy but hot. That's kind of weird.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah, it's
that's
not
not
bad.
bad.
Here in Chicago, it snowed. There's snow outside.
All the meatballs rolling out of their cars.
Oh, man, it's snow outside. It is great weather for a meatball sub today, you know what I'm saying?
I like the smoke.
By the way, the Bears have won like 2 straight games, even though they beat like Tampa Bay, who's won like 1 game, and then Minnesota has won like 2 games, and they're just like, I know that the Bears were going to come through in the end. Jake Cutler making some big-time plays out there in the sports. So
That's still 2 wins. That's still 2
that's
wins.
still 2
though.
wins.
That's still 2 wins. You take them any way you can get them.
Yep, and that's the weather.
All right. And speaking of sports, what's going on in sports, Crendor?
So in sports, we've got some great news.
Uh-huh.
So the Seattle Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals, and I don't know if you know who Marshawn Lynch is,
I do.
but he gave an amazing post-game interview.
What interview was that, Crendor?
So here's the transcript. They asked Marshawn Lynch, how does defense compare to others you've seen this year? His answer, inedible. Then they said, you on the sidelines there, is the back all right? How's your back feeling? And he's like, yeah. And then they said, how important was it to keep the ball on the ground? And he said, inaudible. And then they said, how did your back feel? And he said, yeah. And then they said, you got those heating pads in your cleats. I got a foundation called Edgewater on December 14th to help benefit inner city youth in Oakland. We are trying to raise the build. Oh, wait, he said something about his Oakland Youth Center. But then they said, can you talk about this win against Arizona today? And he said, yeah. Then they said, how about next week's big game against the 49ers? And he said, yeah. And then they said, how are you feeling? And he said, yeah. And then they said, anything to add about today? And he said, yeah. And then they said, question about Little Boozy. We can talk about that. And he said, it's Lil Boosie. Then they said, you had some tough yards on the ground, but you were able to catch some balls out that backfield. Was that part of the game plan? And he said, maybe.
What? What is going on?
It's pretty much he just answered yeah and maybe.
And then he had a few inaudible answers that were
Yeah.
just gibberish, like...
Like they said, tough to rebound from Thursday, and he said, maybe. And then they said, what did you listen to on the bus? And he said, no juice. I guess that's a song by
Hold
Lil
on.
Boosie.
What Little Boosie, no juice. I need no juice. Little Boosie
Lil Boosie, no
lyrics.
juice.
How does he get pumped? What are the lyrics to this song?
Oh man. No
Trying to
juice.
find. Oh, here we go. No juice. Lyrics. All right. Ends be talking about this. Ends be rapping about that. They ain't even got no straps. Old lame ass ends. You whack. B, you ain't got no juice. B, you gets no juice. And ends telling these lies, living they life disguised, exaggerate for these hoes. Boy, you really think you could. B, you ain't got no juice, and nobody believes you. You can't lie.
That's the hook.
That's the hook. Oh, that's the hook. All right. Oh, that's the hook.
Yeah.
You know my favorite part about this? If we probably heard the music, this might be an amazing song.
Yeah.
That's how rap works. It doesn't matter what the lyrics are. As long as the beat's good, you're like, yeah, this is a good song.
By the way, there's this guy on YouTube, and he made a thing called How to Make a Pop Song. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but if you search in YouTube, How to Make a Pop Song, right now, How to Make a Pop Song, his name is Brett Domino, and it was an amazing video. He's like, you just need to get an instrument that you can't really play very well, but play a catchy beat on it. So he was like, boop, 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 on like some weird trumpet thing. And he just made up a bunch of lyrics, and he was like, you need something that relates to people, like, girl, you're sexy when you do that. But it's not it's generic, but it kind of relates to people. You can relate it to yourself. And then here's through some other stuff.
I mean, that's how books are written for young girls. That's what we discovered.
That's true.
Take everything generic about being a young woman, and then make a character that is that, and everyone will be like, it's me.
Oh, I mean, I learned that like 5 years ago when I was doing my How to Win things. I was like, this type of person's in your raid group, and everyone's like, that's me. And those got like 1 billion views. I was like, yep, I figured it out.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
When he says, you buster ass N on another partner, you got no juice, I got the juice, the whole world love me, CNN say I got the whole world thuggin', sometimes it's best to walk away, save yourself a case, cause they in court testifying on us every day. Everybody wanna be fly, but nobody wanna get robbed for reputations they love. What does that mean?
All right, so...
Am I so old that made no sense?
All right, so what was the first line again?
He said, I'm a hustlin' ass N with a gift partner. You just a buster ass N on a trip partner.
All right, so here's what that means.
Huh?
He's got a gift partner, which means he's been gifted a very special woman in his life that he...
Oh, maybe the gift. Maybe he's talking to the person. He's talking to the person. This is one of those songs that's not about... It's like, I'm talking to you, you punks, right? He's like... I'm just a hustling ass N with a gift partner, right? And then he's like, you a buster ass N on a trip partner, right? So he's like harassing the audience.
Oh, yeah, he's harassing the audience.
Oh, I get it. And then he's like, you got no juice, I got the juice. The whole world loved me. Boom. CNN say I got the whole world thugging. So he's saying like even the news says he's awesome.
Yeah,
sometimes it's best to walk away, save yourself a case, because they in court testifying on us every day. Apparently he's being testified on every day.
Yes, every day.
Everybody want to be fly, but don't nobody want to get robbed for reputations they love. That's the part that makes no sense.
All right, so everybody wants to be fly, but they don't want to get robbed. So is he saying that people that are successful are going to get robbed in his neighborhood?
Is he threatening to rob people?
Maybe he wants to, but he doesn't want to lose his reputation.
Everybody wants to be fly, but nobody want to get robbed for reputations they love? For reputations, they love. I don't, what? And then he starts harassing women. They exaggerating for these women, hoping they look at them different. Oh, he's talking about the rappers.
Oh, I see.
But now you playing the people since little one caught you slipping. You's a rat. You ain't ready for the lifestyle. Oh, he's slamming on people.
Oh, man. Dude.
Oh, he's slamming on people.
Little Boosie's going ham in the paint.
Little Boosie's going ham. He's going ham on those salty guys.
He's really just pouring the salt on them.
You know what? I get it now. I get why he's listening to Little Boosie. Little Boosie goes hard.
He goes hard.
To the
he
paint.
Goes deeper than just some ordinary rap song.
He makes fun of people in his rap.
Yeah.
Usually I'm used to rap being all bragging, but he's like, I don't need to brag because you is so weak. I love it. Also, that's sports.
That is sports.
Okay, what's our big news story of the day?
All right, big news story of the day is something I found that's interesting.
It's something I found that's interesting. Okay, so you have no story. Is that what I'm
No,
hearing?
I got a story.
Uh-huh.
So there's a controller in Kickstarter being created that draws real blood every time you're shot in a video game.
I'm sorry, what?
A controller that draws blood every time you're shot in a video game.
Why would that exist?
So let me tell you.
Hold on. Is this being funded? Are people paying money for this?
Possibly.
Good research, buddy. You're doing it.
So, yeah, let me tell you about it. You better hope your kid's actually good at Call of Duty or he'll be losing a lot of blood. Bloodsport is a device that draws real blood every time you're shot in a video game. If the Kickstarter is successful, it'll raise stakes in shooters forever. Creators Jonathan Root and James Jarvis plan to bring the machine to gaming events in Canada, where they will collect precious gamers' blood to donate to blood banks across the country. Here's how it works. It's stupidly simple. Remember the rumble pack? Well, nowadays, most video game controllers rumble when you get shot in the game. That rumbling means that an electrical signal is being sent to the controller to let you know you've been hit. All we're doing is rerouting the same electrical signal and using it to turn on the blood collection system.
I'm sorry, what now? That is, so they have like, are they going to put a syringe in you and then like just draw blood?
And then
And it will
donate.
just open and close a valve and then you donate it. So it's like you go to the blood drive.
Yeah. It's
except this is
literally
like,
a blood drive.
Okay, all right. So it's a blood drive. I thought it was like the controller will cut your hands every time you lose.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought, too.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's cool.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
But, like, if you're going to donate blood, why don't you just go donate blood?
Because, the Call of Duty guys, you gotta go the extra mile. They look, their attention
You gotta add
spans
the
are
realism.
You can't have them sit there and give blood for, like, 6 minutes. Because that's too long. They gotta be quick. You gotta be like, bow, 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 bow. Oh, he shot me. Here's the thing, though. The good players don't donate any blood. And in the end, they've wasted their time. You stuck a needle in the guy for no reason. Those needles are expensive. You gotta clean that. You gotta sanitize it.
Yeah, you gotta sanitize that.
That's his trouble. That's, you know what? I am just going to say it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
But not all interesting things are good.
It's true.
We'll leave it at that.
We learned that on Shark Tank
yes,
and various
we
other
did.
things. That guy
Is that it?
always...
Is that our only story?
No, because we got one more,
Uh-oh.
and it's called...
Uh-huh. Good
hold
job
on.
looking it up.
Hold on.
Uh-huh. I'm holding for you to Google search.
I'm not Google searching. I'm looking at the thing.
Uh-huh. Now you're Google searching.
Now I'm Google searching. Hold the phone.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to read a Florida man.
Okay. Florida man.
Florida man. Florida man arrested. Poked girlfriend in eye after she served him waffles on his birthday instead of pancakes.
Look, Florida man is very particular.
A Gainesville man was arrested Sunday morning after police say he poked his girlfriend in the eye over not getting his birthday breakfast. James
What did he
E.
poke her in
Irving
the eye
Jr.
with?
Well, he got into a fight with his live-in girlfriend over his birthday present and preferred a celebratory breakfast, according to a Gainesville police department. To express his disdain, Irving poked his girlfriend in the eye, which prompted a call to the police. I guess he just used his finger.
Well, okay.
And
I mean, all right.
It says to call the police, and he is taken to jail on a misdemeanor battery charge.
Over a poked eye?
Over a poked eye.
What?
I mean, he might have done some other stuff, but they might just be saying poked eye. And on Monday morning, jail staff served inmates a breakfast of fruit, grits, sausage, bread, and butter, according to Becky Butcher, county sheriff spokeswoman. So, I mean, he got breakfast. It just still wasn't the breakfast he wanted.
Why did they include breakfast in the description of that article?
Because he wanted.
Yes, but it would have been funny if, like, they served him waffles when he was in jail. Like, that would have been funny. This was like, while he was in jail, he ate grits, and like, wait, what does that have to do with the story? That's not even like a good ending to a story. That's just a poorly written story.
This is from the Gainesville Sun. So, I mean...
That's true. I guess the writers in Gainesville are about one step removed from being Florida man themselves.
They are.
So, I mean, it makes sense. anyone living in Florida right now, you are one bad day away from being Florida man. I'm just saying. If you live there or are traveling through, you are one awful day away from being on this podcast.
Very awful day. By the way, are your parents are there, right?
Yes, they got here today.
I feel like we should have a segment with them on this show.
We could. The problem is that it's late and they're probably asleep.
Oh.
They're old.
Well, let's do it with them when they're not awake. Or wait, that's
creepy. That's very creepy.
Mr. Cox,
Crendor?
what do you think? What do you think about that?
Like, wow, that is some fascinating conversation.
This could be a report for the Gainesville Sun.
One really bad day away. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening. We will be back with another episode shortly. And as always, to be continued.